Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Omniviewer, and I'm not kidding in the title. This is your one and only spoiler warning for Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. Not kidding. If you don't want the movie spoiled, get out now. Otherwise, if you don't care or you've already seen the movie, go ahead and stay. But seriously, if you don't want the spoilers, go. All right? Everyone gone? You sure? You sure? Okay, so this little thing happened. Superman's dead. Wow. They actually went there. The Man of Steel is dead. In the second movie. I mean, I really didn't expect that when it happened. I don't know how many other people were thinking it might happen, but I certainly didn't think it would happen. I knew Doomsday was in the movie, and I know that the only reason you might bring in Doomsday is to have him kill Superman, but I was just thinking, he's gonna be the generic giant monster who will force the heroes to stop fighting each other and team up. I really thought that's all they were going to do. I did not actually think they were gonna kill Superman. Wow. And it threw me. It really did throw me. I was liking the movie, then that happened, this is how much it's throwing me. I can't talk. Superman gets the kryptonite spear out of the water. If you've seen the movie, you don't need all the buildup. And, you're thinking, okay, he's got it now. He's going to get it to someone. And then he turns to Lois, he says, "I love you." And I'm like, no. This is my world. No. You are my world. They are not. No. And then Superman gets stabbed in the heart while he kills Doomsday, and that's it. The rest of the movie, I was thinking, okay, come on, where's the loophole? There's got to be a loophole. He's going to be somewhere in the crowd, unrecognized. Come on, where is he? He's not there. Oh my gosh, they really did it. They're not wimping out on this one. I mean, yikes. Sorry, this is my second time doing that, and I needed this. Anyway, so yeah, now Superman is dead. What does that mean? That's the real reason that I wanted to do the spoiler thing, because that is the question on everyone's mind. What does this mean now that they've killed their biggest superhero? Screw Batman. Superman was the first. Superman's the one everyone is measured by, including Batman, because otherwise why would so many people get defensive about saying Batman needs to beat Superman? Trust me, Superman is the superhero. He's dead. What does that mean? I have an opinion, a theory if you will. Keep the words allegedly, possibly, maybe, and any such similar words in mind, because I know none of this for absolute certainty. I have no connections with DC at all. So, I'm just spitballing here. I think, emphasis, I think, this is all part of a plan. I mean, I think they are... I think DC knows exactly what it's doing. And I'm sure many of you will disagree, but it's possible. There seems to be, you look at the running theme throughout these first two movies, and we'll see if it's continued in Suicide Squad or if that just stands on its own. But it's definitely, both of these movies are definitely on Superman's side. Obviously, because he's the main character and he's the hero, but it's all about how he is good and how he is necessary and how the world wasn't ready for him. And maybe even didn't deserve him. And now that he's gone, and of course, he's not really gone. Very last shot of the movie starts to show the coffin just barely creaking open. And then, of course, cut to black. No end credit stinger. And it seems to me that this is the arc they're going for. We've seen a world with Superman that wasn't ready for Superman. Moving forward, we'll see a world without Superman that's ready for him. And that could very well mean his return will be the biggest thing ever. And again, I could be very wrong. We will see. But I also think that this choice they made it really told me, after thinking about it for a while, I realized just what DC is doing that really separates it from Marvel, as far as the movies are concerned. And yes, there are a lot of things, but I think this is the big thing that separates the two. I think in the movies, DC is taking bigger risks. And Marvel fanboys, I'm not knocking the Marvel movies by saying that. The Marvel movies are great, love them, own all of them. But you have to admit, they don't really take many risks. I mean, Marvel took the biggest risk of all, certainly, by doing the shared cinematic universe in the first place. That's paid off, of course. But internally, each individual movie, I mean, as good as they are really good, they're not necessarily, like, revolutionizing anything. In the Avengers, they killed Phil Coulson, and that was a dramatic moment, really poignant, got me right here along with everyone else. But Phil Coulson wasn't even a character from the comics. Now, if they'd killed Captain America, or they hadn't brought back Iron Man after he flew the bomb into the wormhole, that would have been a huge risk to take, killing one of the big-name characters. But no, they reserved that for the guy they made up specifically for the movies. So there wasn't really a risk there. There was still poignancy, but no risk. This movie, Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice, killed one of its title characters, and he is the superhero, as I said. Now, sorry about that. That's really something that I think is the it's a recurring motif so far. I mean, Man of Steel, you had Metropolis get completely devastated by the finale, and they didn't shy away from the fact that there was a death toll, that there was great chaos, great devastation, loss of life, and a lot of people really hated that, but when you think about it, I think they were doing it on purpose. And there are interviews that back me up on that they really were doing that on purpose. You see, you go and watch any of the Marvel movies, watch any Phase 1 Marvel movie. I know what they did in Age of Ultron, saving all the people of Sokovia, but watch all the Phase 1 movies, guarantee you there are civilian casualties in each one. Hulk vs. Abomination in Harlem, I'm pretty sure both characters swat people aside while they're charging each other. Those people aren't coming back. They won't be coming down for breakfast in the morning. Town gets destroyed by the Nazis at the beginning of Captain America, the First Avenger. They're dead. Car crashes in the first Iron Man. Those people are gone. But you don't think about that. That's not what you're focused on. In any superhero movie prior to Man of Steel, really, you don't really think about the casualties. And even in the Avengers, the first one, we don't see anybody die, but you look at the later movies, you see newspaper headlines that say, Battle of New York, thousands dead. I mean, unless they're completely making that up, and it seems like it's going to be a major part of Civil War coming up, there are casualties, but you don't think about it. Why? Because the movie doesn't care, so why should you? It's just watch the superheroes battle each other. But Man of Steel did want you to think about it, and you didn't like it, but it got you thinking about it. And the sequel, Batman v Superman, deals with the consequences of that. Because, yeah, it turns out the people of Metropolis didn't like getting killed either, or having their loved ones killed, or however you want to phrase that. And so that leads to distrust about Superman. And now they've taken another big risk. Superman is dead now. First, they took the risk of drawing attention to the casualties of what happens when gods battle on Earth, and now one of those gods has been slain. And that tells me that they're going to keep doing that. They're going to keep taking these really big risks. And I want to specify this because I don't think many people are even going to admit this, but it is way too early in this particular film series continuity, or its life cycle at all, way too early to know if those risks are going to pay off. I mean, like I said, Marvel took the biggest risk of all with starting this whole shared cinematic universe craze, but we didn't know if it would pay off until we got to the Avengers, and that was 2008 to 2012. That was a long time that we had to wait to make sure it would actually work, and there was a lot of doubt that it would, even amongst some of the people making it. The movie itself didn't know if it would work. That's the metatext. But you know, we didn't make any snap judgments about that particular experiment when it was just Iron Man and the Incredible Hulk. We were just thinking, it could work, it might not though. But this movie, it's taken some really huge risks, and I think most people are automatically saying that it's definitely not going to pay off, but we don't know. We've only seen 2 movies. There's one more on the way as of this video, as far as this year is concerned. But, I mean, we need to get more of a sense of where they're going and what they're doing before we can really say that this is a failed experiment, that these risks were overreaching and not worth taking. I, for one, am really, really intrigued to see where it's going. And not in the morbid curiosity, how bad can this train wreck get kind of way. Like I said, I like these movies, and I really do want to see where they're going. It's quite possible I will be let down by the end. But at this point, I'm willing to give DC the benefit of the doubt. I might be in the minority, but hey, that's me. So, yeah, those are my thoughts on the big spoiler for Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. I don't know if any of you think I make sense or not, but it's my channel. I can say what I want. And you can say what you want in the comments. Just, you know, be polite about it. That's all I ask. Anyway, just wanted to get that out there, get people thinking. Till such time as we meet again, this is the Omni Viewer, signing off.